Hello, it's Sula here from MistyHilltops.com, and today we're going to look at the process of making the Traveler's Notebook page winter walk. I'm using this paper pad from Winter Forest, and I'm going to be using these 5 photos. And you see I'm aligning the photos, the little square photos on the left side. They're filling the entire page, and then I underlay them with some circles that I previously cut out with my die cut. I have some circle die cuts, and they have some faux sewing lines around the edge. So here I'm arranging everything because the way that I need to glue things on is not straightforward. Some layers are on top, some layers are behind, so I need to be aware of where I'm placing everything, and then be aware of the order in which I glue down the photos and glue down the individual pieces of embellishments and papers. So I'm still arranging everything so that I know where I can place everything and then how to glue them down. So as usual, I have paper strips or word strips that I wrote in my word processing software on my computer, and then some of them are like they have a background of the colors that are used in the paper pad, and so they come across as colorful. Then I print them and cut them out. Now here I'm trying to repeat the circle pattern that is going on the left side. I'm repeating it with the frame on the right side. I cut that out from 2 die cuts that I nested inside each other, and then now I can start the gluing down of everything. So I do also like to distress the edges, and I don't have a distress tool. I just use a card that I have. It could be a gift card or an old bank card, any type, and so I distress the edges that way. I don't need to buy a fancy tool for that. Not that I would know where to get one where I live. And then again, I'm preferring liquid glue. This kind of glue dries really fast and allows me still to wiggle things around a little bit so that I can arrange things on the page before they can actually get stuck on that page. So this is the perfect kind of glue for me. And here I glue down the photo. This is a bigger square. If you want to know how I print out my photos, you can check out a video that I made on my channel on how to easily print photos they're for Traveler's Notebook sizes. They're pretty perfect for this, and so you can find some tips there. So now I started to glue down the slightly more complicated page with all the different layers and the strip of photo, and I realized I put down that circle too high on the page, and again that glue still allowed me to rip it off the page and put it back on a little lower on the page. So here we go, and then whatever glue residue was left at the place that I put it before, it will be covered up with this other circle, so no problem. And then I'm slowly moving my way down the page. Here goes the first photo that can be glued on because nothing goes underneath it. And then I have to see what comes next in the gluing order. So it's just one by one, all the different pieces get glued onto the page. Always still trying to figure out where things go. And again, you can see with the that liquid glue. It still gives me a little bit of time while the stuff doesn't slide around the page. So I'm pretty happy with this glue that I was able to find here locally. It's not a local brand. I don't know where exactly it comes from. Okay, next photo can go down. And then there is the tricky part where a circle goes underneath one photo and on top of the other photo. So I have to pay attention to how exactly I put it down. I decided to start with a photo and then tuck that circle under. So I have to work a little quickly before everything dries, the glue dries. But this is kind of how I plan to tuck it. So I still need to glue that circle and make sure it fits. And then comes the last photo, which gets glued, tucked under that smaller circle. And now it goes to we get to the embellishing, the final part. So it was this pretty paper that had little sceneries, winter sceneries in the paper pad, and I just cut little circles of them because I still wanted to use those little sceneries, and they're really cute, and it makes just a perfect little embellishment to have that scenery, that's winter sceneries. I just put a little dot of glue in the center of the snowflake, but because the glue is strong enough, but that way it also still pops a little bit. I don't like when things are just flatly glued onto the page with no dimension. So I do like a little bit of dimension, though not too much, so because then the page just gets crazy and it doesn't fit well in a book. And this is a traveler's notebook that I will have ring bound in the end. I thought back and forth a lot about how I would like this. I do kind of like this format. The pages are not too much. Sometimes I treat the page, like in this case, I treat the page like a 2-page layout. Sometimes I treat both sides as one big layout. So it always depends and gives me variety. So here goes some word strips that I created and that I'm slowly putting down to give a little more embellishments. All the embellishments I have to make by myself because I cannot easily get embellishments where I live. So, and then it's the last bits of embellishments that go down there on this page. This is a walk around where I live, my neighborhood basically. And so these are pictures from this last winter when we had a couple of snow days. And then still more snowflakes that need to go down. Trying to create a little triangle. That's one of the design principles, though I'm not always sure if I like the 3 snowflakes there. But well, and then comes the title. This one I die cut at first, watercolored with just gray watercolor, a strip of paper, and then from using that I die cut that with some alphas that I have. So that goes down on the page. I prefer die cut alphas over just sticker alphas because the stickers, they come in sticker sheets and then you have lots of leftovers that you have not much that you can do with. And so I prefer if I could just die cut the letters that I need, give it some interest. You can die cut from pattern paper, from plain paper, or in this case I watercolor, because I don't have so many colors of paper available, and with a watercolor I can make and match the paper that I have. So one is a plain and serif's alpha, and then the next one I like a lot is a scripty alpha. So I was very happy when I was able to find that alpha locally, and so I think it makes a nice mixture of the two alphas. So here come the last finishing touches, and then I think that's that. I will leave you with some close-ups. I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave a thumbs up if you liked it, and thanks for watching. Please consider subscribing. Have a great day. Bye.